Hello, 大家好. Today's guest is Kayan from Turkey. He has been living in China since 2012 after he spent his time in Shanghai, now based in Shenzhen and sharing the city information mainly on social media. Today, I'll ask him why he's doing what he's doing. Kayan, can you briefly introduce yourself, please?
Hi everyone, my name is Kayan. I came from Turkey and as Ria said, I have been living in China since 2012. Right now, I am doing business in China. I have my own company in here. I'm doing business since 2014. First time I came China like 2012, but I just look around before I start business in here.
Thank you very much. I was wondering why you decided to move to China in 2012.
After I graduated from my university, my uncle was living in China already actually before than me like 5 years. And he told me that before you start working in Turkey, maybe you can try China. You can come to China, check in this place because it's very different business type of in here, which is you can make something faster than the Western countries, right? So I decided to come to China to check for know more about because before I didn't know anything about China because in China you cannot use some social media platform like Instagram, YouTube, so nobody posts something about China. So I came to China to learn business in here by my uncle invite me to here. So that's why I came to China first time.
I see. So you didn't know anything. That means you didn't have any good impression or bad impression. So you just didn't know anything.
Yes, because we only watching movie about China, but the movie is Bruce Lee or like Chen Long, but they also shooting video in the United States, not in China actually, but you just know, oh, this guy looks good. Maybe Chinese people also good. You can come and try in here to work or live in here. That's how I came to China actually in the first time. I know nothing about. It's like surprised me. That's why.
So in what way, like what surprised you when you first came to China?
I arrived to Hong Kong actually. In Hong Kong, more Cantonese people living in there. In Shenzhen also Guangdong area, which is also Cantonese, but Shenzhen is a little bit different than Hong Kong. So when I came to Hong Kong for the first time, I saw, well, actually Hong Kong a little bit smaller than Shenzhen city. I saw too many lights, like building is very taller than my home country. So I say, wow, this is the place I need to live. Then in the same day, we just crossed from the border to Shenzhen. And I saw the Shenzhen, wow, looks better than Hong Kong. Big space, many different restaurants, area, all huger than Hong Kong. And after all, just like, I really habit the life in there day by day. Actually, in the first day, I feel like I need to live in the China. Feeling just came in that day. First day, I used chopsticks. It's very hard for the foreigner. I tried that things in that time. It was a very amazing feeling to be here in the first day actually. I can talk about this like hour and hour, because we saw foreigner in Turkey too, but it's European people.
Oh, not many Chinese people.
No, before, there's a one music in China advertising the travel to Turkey, like, have you ever heard?
Oh.
After these songs, Turkey very popular and many Chinese people went to Turkey for travel and also right now.
So that means now you get to see lots of Chinese people in Turkey.
Yes, actually also in our shopping malls, there are many Chinese foods right now because of many Chinese people are traveling in Turkey right now. Many of them opening companies, working in there too.
Wow, so back in time before, so when you were still in Turkey, not many Chinese restaurants yet.
Actually, no. We mostly see Japanese people in Turkey from Asia. Yeah. Because there are some singers in our country going to Japan for Japanese people who like this guy, the Turkish guy. He's singing Turkish songs, also English songs. He's also making some traveling day by day in there. So how we know the Japanese people? That's why many Japanese people also coming to Turkey for travel, and we seeing Asian people. Actually, we always thinking like they are Chinese. We can mix because we don't know the race. So after all, when I came to China, I saw, wow, very different culture actually. from Japan, Chinese, and Vietnamese, Philippines. And I'm from also a single country because I'm Turkish, not like Western. We also from the same area. So that's why I met with the Chinese people for the first time when I come to China. Before I never met.
I want to ask you, what kind of differences have you found between Chinese people and Japanese people?
Actually, you guys have very different cultures because foods, everything is different. Actually, in China also, many things is different. In Guangdong to North China, Chinese, I can feel like I didn't habit in here, but I'm still living in here. I say sometimes it should not be happen, but it's happening. It's a different culture. I never travel in Japan. I cannot actually really 100% compare, like I guess Japanese people like this and Chinese people like this, but I traveled another country like Thailand, Philippines, that I can maybe compare with something. It's totally different culture.
Yeah, I can tell that too. And can you tell the difference? Who is Chinese and who is Japanese by their appearance?
Yes, I can tell right now. Because when I studied something in Turkey in my university, we learned something like how you can know the difference between people because we have eyes and nose in this circle. You can know the people how different. And also from the people's acting, walking, very different. Even they don't talk, I can tell where they come from.
Especially, I think the ladies' makeup, I think it's very different. How the Japanese ladies put their makeup on and how Chinese ladies put their makeup on. I think it's very different. And also the guys' hairstyle, the Japanese guys' hairstyle and the Chinese guys' hairstyles are also very different.
Yes. The makeup actually in China, in Shenzhen at least, am I seeing like last 10 years in here, the people maybe make up in here. Before that, I never see it actually. Maybe after all Chinese people started traveling after economy getting better. They went to another country and say, wow, there are many other kind of makeup brands in here. Before that, when I came to China 14 years ago, I always see they selling makeup, but not much people. Because in my country, when the girls become like 14 years old, they're starting the makeup. It's very different in here.
True. And now there are lots of the Chinese domestic cosmetics brand as well.
Yeah. Everything is changing, right?
Yeah. Especially for the last 10 years, the China is changing like in a very different way.
Yeah. Near my office, actually, I can see the view in here. They're always developing new place in here. I'm looking right now, actually, because I'm living in the Shenzhen Longgang area, which is a little bit remote area from the Futian and Logo. And this area is like, I saw how they developed in the 14 years. It's amazing.
So you said you first went to Hong Kong, right? And then you also came to Shenzhen, and then you decided to move to Shenzhen, not Hong Kong.
Actually, when I came to first time China, I saw Hong Kong is good, but I moved to Shenzhen. After all, Shenzhen in that time actually not a foreign friendly for opening company. Because opening company in Shenzhen is very difficult in that period in 2012. Actually, I heard many things about my foreign friends, which is they open and they fail it to open company. And they didn't get the visa and they back to their country. Then I back to Turkey in 2013. One of my friends said, maybe you can come to Shanghai and try to live in there. And I said, okay, let me try. In 2014, I went to Shanghai and I opened a company in here. Everything is work. They give me the visa and I start to make a business in there. I stay in Shanghai like 2 years. Then I came back to Shenzhen, and I saw I'm not like belonging to Shanghai. I'm from Shenzhen, as I'm feeling, because first time when I come, you are falling in love in the place, but you're changing and you also want to come back in the same place because Shenzhen is my first falling in love city in China. So after all, I back in here, Shenzhen, because I closed my company. I don't open company in Shenzhen because in Shenzhen, it's like everyone have an opportunity in here. Everyone, even from another cities, Chinese people are coming to Shenzhen city and working in here because Shenzhen is one of the very splitting city in China. In the 40 years, from fishing village to now world global power, one of the city in China, in the world. Also, when I living in Shanghai, one thing bother me. It's like, because I only have a foreign friends in there, because there is a one foreign community, foreign people only enjoying with the foreign people, which is you are very away from the Chinese culture, Chinese in the restaurants in here. We always going to some foreign restaurants. It's made me feel like I'm not living in China. I'm living in somewhere with foreigners, you know. So after all, I just moved back to Shenzhen.
So after you move back to Shenzhen, now you feel that you are more connected to the local people.
Yes, it's better, I think, because actually there are still some foreign community in Shenzhen, but it's smaller than Shanghai, very smaller. Here have one place, call it Nanshan district. In Nanshan district, there are too many foreigners. It's like foreign community, many foreign restaurants in there, which is I am living 2 hours away from that place because I don't want to be connected with the foreigners in the same place. I want to learn Chinese culture. Where I'm living in here, very less foreigners. Sometimes when the people seeing me, Chinese people, they're looking at me because very less foreigner in this area. They're surprising why I am living in here.
Yeah, I totally understand what you mean. When I moved to Shanghai in 2016, I also chose to live in an area where has no foreigners, because I also wanted to connect with the local people and learn their culture.
Yes, because I feel like when I get in the taxi, I cannot tell the address. I always need to show the address to taxi driver. It's make me bother. You cannot learn Chinese when you have a foreign community because you only speak Chinese. My old friends who is living in China like 10 years in that time, he cannot speak Chinese. 10 years in China, he cannot speak Chinese.
Wow.
And I say, I will move to Shenzhen back and learn Chinese. After I back in here, I went to Shenzhen University, studying there like 4 months to learn Chinese. And it's okay. I can speak Chinese a little bit right now. Yeah, to survive to life in China. Easier for me.
So you went to university, right, to study it. And after 4 months, so how did you continue to improve your Chinese?
When you are with the local people, actually, they are teaching you most of the time. After all, I still have foreign friends because always there is a foreign community. Then my friends get married with the Chinese. So after 2 years, they introduced me a Chinese girl. So I met with my wife in that time. So in that time, my Chinese is not very good actually. My wife helped me to improve my Chinese. She didn't speak English with me. She always speak Chinese with me. Even I don't understand, she repeated. Then I improved my Chinese in daily life now. I can even argue with the Chinese people when I have issues, you know, like in the streets, you don't do that, something like that. Like when I go to restaurants, because I am Muslim, I don't eat pork, but I still go to some restaurants which they cooking pork. So when I say that, don't put pork inside of my food, and they confirm, after all, they bring some food inside their pork. Then my Chinese is getting better and I agree with them, but it's not like negative way, it's just speaking.
So I want to ask you one probably sensitive question. When you fight with your wife, do you still use Chinese?
Yes. Normally we speak Chinese, then of course I promise my wife to don't say some, even we want to say something to each other like bad words, we should say in who understand the language. So we keep it in English or Chinese, not Turkish. Because as I'm believing everyone, when they get angry, they're going to native language, just want to say something is bad things, right? Yeah, but I don't. I like to speak Chinese, even I am having issues outside with the people. Let them know what I'm having a problem. Let's fix together, you know. Because in here, actually, not much people are fighting or arguing in here. In China, you also live it. I never see someone is fighting outside like in my country. In Turkey, most of people arguing than fighting. But I never see someone fighting in the streets in China last 14 years.
Yeah.
It's very good, actually.
Yeah. Oftentimes, so when we feel that, these people are arguing, but actually they are just talking in a loud voice.
Yes. In Guangdong, Cantonese people actually, when they speak in Cantonese, they speaking very loudly. First time I'm saying, wow, they're fighting, but they just talking.
Yes. That's actually one misconception that we foreigners tend to have. Even Japanese people, when we hear Chinese people, these Chinese people are too loud, and why they are fighting to each other, but they don't fight. So we have the same misunderstanding regarding this.
I'm feeling like also Japanese people are sometimes when they talk each other is a little bit louder, right? But yes. Not like I saw from the movies. And another Japanese guy explaining, actually this guy in the movie is not angry. He's just, this is how we actually acting in the daily life in ourselves, like speaking loudly, but there is no fight.
Yeah. In Japan, people talk in a louder voice, especially when they get drunk.
Yeah. I saw from some vlogs who went to Japan that time.
So you said that you have established the company firstly in Shanghai and then in Shenzhen, right? So yes. Could you tell me more about your business in China? What do you do?
When I came to China in the first time, I never had customers because I just graduated. I came when I was 25 years old. I opened my company in 27 years old. Then I still don't have company. I don't know what to do. I have money, but there is no business. I stay even I have a company, I still jobless. After 3 months later, I visit my friend's office and he said, he's doing Amazon. He said, how about you to do some Amazon? You can just start to sell some things. I start to do Amazon in that time, which is what we are doing right now in Shenzhen. It's getting better because also Amazon have opportunities in China. You can find any electronic products or whatever you want to sell. It's very high quality in here in Shenzhen city. Also, when I'm living in Shanghai, I always come into Shenzhen buy some products, because what I'm selling is electronic products. Everything is here in Shenzhen, Huaqiang North. In Shanghai, actually, there is nothing like this business like Shenzhen. So most of people are going to Yiwu, which is I never been there. I need to Shenzhen and check Amazon, then I'm back to Shanghai. This also made me feel like, this is very tired. I'm coming Shenzhen and going back to Shanghai and spending money also what I want to make money, but spending also flight money. This is also one of the reasons that I moved back to Shenzhen. Because
you said that, so you have never been to EU and then you decided to move from Shanghai to Shenzhen because probably in Shenzhen you can easily get more products to sell on Amazon?
Yes, right. Because Shenzhen is 40 years old city, and this city was as I said, fishing village. After they make this place for more business connection with the Hong Kong and Macau, then here have too many people coming from another cities for work. This city have opportunities than other place in China. Before in Shanghai is more business opportunities for the people. But in Shenzhen right now, I think it's better for working. But of course, if you want to have some culture, Shanghai is better.
Oh, really?
Because there is a Shanghai people, 99% is Shanghai people, not much mixing. When I was in there, one of the things that actually is sometimes bothering as a foreigner, I'm not sure if you're feeling that. Shanghainese people mostly don't much like from outsider. Because not all the outsider is great in the even Chinese side. Because Guangdong also say Guangzhou. Guangzhou people also want Guangzhou people living in Guangzhou. But in Shenzhen it's very different. Too many people is coming here for working. So one of the things that Shenzhen have a speed to make quality products, and also there are many opportunities in here for work. Also many people is coming to Hong Kong, flying here, Canton Fair in here. You can also make a customer in here. Even I am doing online business, like this offline customers also I can do it while I'm living in here. I am also right now doing vlogging on my Instagram page last 2 years. It's actually suddenly start, by the way. I was just have 500 followers, which is my friends, family. Then I changed my Instagram name. Then I post one video about Chinese New Year. Then I sleep. I wake up. I have 10K followers in the morning. What's happening? What's happening? Too many followers.
You didn't even try, but you suddenly had so many followers.
Yeah, I just shared the fireworks, which is we are enjoying with my friends in Shenzhen city. And because in Shenzhen there is no fireworks. Government not allowed fireworks because it's dangerous, because there are too many high-rise buildings in here. Something can be happen. Also, it's happened something like that before. That's why it's forbidden in here. So after I shared it, some people said this is fake video because there is no fireworks in Shenzhen. I said I shoot myself, and people watch it, and people like what I also say in the description. I said this is Shenzhen City, very wonderful. You must come in here. Then boom, 10K in the morning, and million views and likes.
Wow.
Then I become an influencer.
Wow. This is actually how you started doing Shenzhen Expat on social media.
That's right. I was just in that time only sharing my lifestyle, some things, not mostly creating contents or video contents like that. After that, it's 2 years I am doing as a professional creating content in Shenzhen. Even my company, we did edit in our business scope is we are creating video content in this year. So when we give the invoice to our customer, we are possible to give right now. I have a very nice followers, people following. We have a very nice community. The most important things. When I go to some place like Nanshan right now as a foreigner community, people know me actually right now because of recognizing me. It's also happened like this. When I reached 10K, me, my wife and my kid, we went to one restaurant in Nanshan. It was Italian restaurant. We were eating something in dining. After my wife went to pay the bill. There are some foreign community, like almost like 20 people in one table. They are enjoying and they say, "Hey, Shenzhen Expat." I was like, "Is it me?" Like, "Hey, Kayan, we know you. We are your followers."
Wow.
I wasn't know what I want to do or say. I just said, "Thank you," because I am not influencer in that time. I don't feel I am influencer because when you become influencer, you must make money, support yourself, support your life. I'm feeling like that. And my wife say, "Who are they?" I said, "I don't know." They say they are my followers. My wife was also very surprised because I'm not feeling like I am influencer or vlogger. I just still shooting like unprofessional videos. Then I say, maybe I should be influencer.
Yeah.
I need to make video. Then I start to make video on Instagram, and it's become 46K right now in 2 years.
Wow.
I'm planning to make more, hopefully.
Wow.
Because it's not all about the Shenzhen right now. I'm traveling to another cities to make more different content for China. Also, why I am doing? First of all, I want to enjoy in China because I am right now 38 years old. When I come to China, I was 25 years old. I went to Hong Kong, Shenzhen, Guangzhou, Shanghai. This all is big city in China, but I never been small cities. I never see some different cultures. I say, let the people see the different side of China. Then I travel like Hubei, another place, Hangzhou. It's very different feeling. Even the food taste is very different. Even you went there to eat some Japanese food, it's very different than in Shenzhen. Very different style restaurants, you can see it. It's like nice to be a vlogger actually, different life now. Because I'm doing Amazon, I don't need to always send some shipment to customer. We are doing FBA, so I have a huge time.
So originally you started posting video to share your daily life in Shenzhen, and then you suddenly got lots of followers on your social media. So you decided to continue and put more of your effort onto the videos.
Yeah, actually, I still keep posting normal video like my daily life, and people say, "Hey, you have a bad fly some drone in China." Then I bought a drone, registered my drone. I started shoot some drones. I check my footage. Wow, it's so looking good. That kind of video bring me more followers because in social media platforms, in like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, you cannot much see something like this about China. Like not much people are sharing about China. It's almost like last 6 or 7 years, I think, people sharing some video about China to outside world, right? I never see something like this. Also, I think for my country also same. Not much people was sharing about Turkey some video content, but we can see many things right now.
So you speak in English, right, on your video?
Yes, I speak English because I tried Turkish actually very long time ago. In my language, I cannot much reach more people, so I choose to speak English. Actually, in Chinese social media platforms, most of my Chinese followers saying you should speak Chinese to gain more followers. But I'm saying that you already know your country is great, but foreigners don't know. We need to show the foreigners China how it looks like, because most of foreigners right now also using like Douyin, Chinese TikTok, and Red Note in China. So they also watching these things from there. So I'm still keeping in English, but maybe some of video will become in Chinese.
So your current focus is foreign people who live outside of China?
Yes, most of the time from United States, India, Singapore, Malaysia. Actually, many Indian followers right now following my page because of one of the famous Indian producer following me. He has a kind of 6 million followers. And he's only following like 1,000 people. One day, one Indian guy contact me and say me, why this producer following you? I say, who? And I check it my list. Wow, one of the biggest Indian producer, movie and singer is following me. I don't know what to say to him. I never chat with him. Maybe he can answer it, but I'm not sure.
But that person already knows you.
Yeah. Maybe he also never see some video like this about China, so he is curious about China. That's maybe he's following my page.
I actually heard from my Indian friend, the more and more people in India started to study Chinese, mainly for their better job opportunities, because they think that if they can speak Chinese, they can earn more money.
Actually, many people I'm feeling like very smart. One of my friends, he's Indian and he learned Chinese by himself from app. I'm very surprised. I was thinking maybe he went to school, but he don't have time to school. He only studied from app while he's traveling in the metro.
Wow.
So very good. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So in Turkey, is there any other people who study Chinese?
Actually, I don't know, because last 14 years, I back to Turkey 4 times. These 4 times, I only stay 1 month. And almost like right now, 7 years, I never back to Turkey. Because in 2017, I went to Turkey. After 2 years, I stay in China. In 2019, I want to go to Turkey because it's Chinese New Year. Me and my wife, we wasn't married in that time. My wife just back to Northeast China, her hometown. And I was thinking about to back to Turkey in January 2020. COVID started. When the COVID started, we suddenly stay in China as a foreigner because Chinese government said they will close the border. Who want to come back to China, come right now. So I was thinking like, if I go back to Turkey, maybe I will never back to China again. So I have a girlfriend in China. I have a responsibility, work and business in here. And I decided to stay in that time. And it's become like 7 years or maybe more. I think more than 7 years at that. 8 years maybe. I don't count anymore. I don't feel like I want to back to Turkey right now because when you live outside from your country very long time, you're feeling like you are not belong anymore to there. Because when I back to my country, I feel like people very different than Chinese people. So maybe I become a Chinese people inside of me because my mind become change after all. So this is my home right now. Shenzhen is my home.
And you have a family?
Yeah, I have a family right now. So it's better to be stay here. Maybe next year we want to travel in Turkey. My mom also came to China 2 years ago to see my kid. After China stopped the lockdown and the COVID test, like 6 months later, my mom just came to China to see us. It's better my mom came to China to see us to different place too because I'm feeling fine in here.
Remembering your home country, Turkey, how different Turkey and China?
Very big difference. First of all, economical power. Foods are totally different. For me, I habit in the first day to eat Chinese foods. I don't know why. I never tried Chinese food before, but I can tell you like this. When our some Turkish friends came to China, they cannot even go inside of the restaurant because smells for them bothering too much. For me, not. Even they go to some Turkish restaurants feeling same. We Turkish people, I think we are more heartwarming to other people. Maybe we can be more fast communication each other if we are not know me. But in China, most of people doing their own business, like they don't much talking with another people. So in here, socialize things very low. I'm feeling. Everyone, when they go outside, only have one friend. Two people walking each other. But in Turkey, sometimes when we go outside, 10 friends walking around. And in here, very different. I'm feeling like Japanese people also same. Because I'm seeing Japanese people also gathering with many friends and enjoying. But in China, no, I don't feel like, because when I go to restaurants, only maybe 2 girls eating together. But in my country, we 10 boys or girls each other gathering and going somewhere, going to cinema or something, enjoying together as a friends. Here I have some socialized issues as I'm feeling. This is different culture, maybe, I don't know.
Probably the Shenzhen people might be too busy with their work, I think.
Yeah, maybe Shenzhen, I really don't know. Maybe another city is very different. I stay here very long time. I didn't much see like that things, but I'm traveling right now in China. I think maybe also will be change in my mind.
Probably, because China is huge, right? Different city, different culture.
Yes. My uncle living in the same city with me. Sometimes barely I am seeing him because Shenzhen is so big, you know. Going his home side is like 3 hours away with the metro. And with my kids going there is very, very tired sometimes.
When you take metros in Shenzhen, there are always so many people, right?
In the morning and evening, it's very crowded. You cannot even get in the first one. You just need to wait the second.
Wow, really?
Rush hours is too crowded. So if I go somewhere, I don't go to metro in the rush hour. There is no seat in that time because we have kids. If I am alone, no. But we have almost like 20 lines in Shenzhen right now. It's also very convenient. I can transfer from another line to come my home side.
Do you also take taxis often?
Yes, because taxi is very convenient here. I don't have a car. I didn't buy a car yet because we have a application in here. We're using one app. You can call the taxi in 5 minutes. Taxi is there. So convenient. Very cheap.
Very convenient, fast, right?
Yeah. You live in Shanghai.
Yes.
There is a bridge two sides of Shanghai. If the taxi driver working in this side, he is not going to another side, right? Do you have any problem like this before?
Yes, I faced.
Yeah.
I was standing on one side and then the taxi driver arrived on the other side. So either I go to the side where the taxi driver stays or I just call the taxi driver to come nearby where I am standing at.
Yeah, there is no kind of this problem because there is 2 or 3 Chinese app which is you can call the taxi. They come into your location without asking any question or call. It's very convenient right now and it's also very cheap. Like 3 hours away from my uncle's house, like 7 yuan with metro, with taxi, I think 45 yuan. Very cheap.
Very cheap.
You're going 3 hours away, 45 yuan.
Have you ever taken a taxi that has no driver but the taxi automatically drives?
Yes.
Oh, how was it?
Driverless taxi. I tried in Nanshan. The first time, I'm shooting video, so I don't need to act and I need to give my personal feelings. And I get in and I'm just checking where I need to click, what I need to do, It's first time. Then it was one big SUV car. It's just going very smoothly, even driving better than me and another driver on the way. It's when it's around the crosswalk, it's stopped for the pedestrian. I surprised it. I'm surprised it. This car can't even see the people. In the inside of the car have 4 different screens for the people who is inside of the car can see. You can see the pedestrians are walking around, how many cars are passing. It's very nice technology in here. Wow. And I tried twice. Second time I didn't took a video. I just like watching the car how it's going. It's very nice. Wow. In Japan, there is something like no.
Not yet. Still no driverless taxi. Always somebody drives.
Here also have autonomous bus. There is a driver, but he's not driving the bus. Bus is going itself.
Really?
He's just standing in there.
What does he do in the bus?
Maybe if some things can be happen, he just can control in time to make emergency,
But he doesn't drive.
He doesn't drive. He's just holding his hands under the wheel. They're just standing over there like that. It's very nice.
Very interesting. Actually, I want to experience a driverless taxi or bus.
Here also have autonomous metro. Like there is a driver also not driving the metro. The metro is going by itself. There is a one time period.
In Tokyo, there's a one driverless metro. Not really a metro, but on the ground. And Shanghai also has maglev, and that's also driverless, I remember.
Very nice. I really, first time I saw this metro, it made me surprised. Like you never feel something like unsafe when you are living in China. If they make this one, probably be working 100%. Different feeling. If it's happened in Turkey, I will maybe try very later.
Another question. What are your discoveries after 14 years of living in China?
Very different feeling. I'm feeling like I become a Chinese people right now, because I feel like I'm belonging in this country right now. When I walk outside, I don't feel like outsider anymore. After a long time later, I can read Chinese, I can speak Chinese. This makes me feel like very, very different. Maybe this after actually happened after my son birth. After he born, I feel like very different. Maybe I become a father, then my feelings are changed about where I'm living because my son also have Chinese citizen. He will be study here, he will be maybe work here or not, I'm not sure. But he will be studying in China. This everything in the 14 years, sometimes. Some people maybe can miss their country, but I don't actually right now. Because maybe I really like I'm belonging here. Even looking at from my window to outside right now, this is my neighborhood. This is my neighborhood parks. Different feeling. I don't know how to describe more like you are living in another country, but you are foreigner. But China have very different history, culture. I become, I think, like one of them. Not like still I have my Turkish side, but I became one of them. People also telling, you become a Chinese because my friends, Chinese friends also seeing like when we go to restaurant, actually in our culture, same. We are leaving the table, going to pay the bill, but nobody knows I already paid the bill, Chinese people also have some culture like that.
Yeah.
After all these years, I hope I can live in China more because I'm here with my working visa. I still didn't have Chinese green card. Even you married in China, you must need to wait 5 years to get green card. I will see how many years I'm going to live in here. Or I've settled here as a family with my wife and kids, but we will see.
The last question, what's your goal for your business in Shenzhen Expat?
In Shenzhen Expat, right now, I am creating a website who want to come to Shenzhen for travel. First things, I want to make a professional website for the foreigners who want to come China. How can they make a visa? How can they survive in Shenzhen? Because there are some things in Shenzhen you can download from your app or applications, but this is very limited. After my Shenzhen Expat page, many people say, in Shenzhen they have one big light show. Building is having a light show. Not much foreigner know how to register this light show. After me, more than maybe 5,000 or 6,000 people registered this event after me. So I'm feeling like maybe I need to make this more reach more people. In this year, my goal is 100,000 key followers to reach and make more people know about the Shenzhen first, than all China.
Oh, that's exciting.
Because there are many another vloggers in China. I am in a few groups in community, but people only creating video for today. When you create some video on Instagram, I have almost now 1,000 video. When you create video, nobody see the first video. Your first video is going down, they need to scroll and check, but this make a little bit maybe tired. So I'm thinking the website can be useful for foreigners. Maybe in China, no, because Chinese people not much using website in here. But in foreign countries, people still using website to check another place. So I'm thinking about to make with my company one tourism agency, but offline, from my office to my website, offline to online, because it can be more helpful for people who want to come to China. Shenzhen, before I'm feeling like I was the Shenzhen expat face. Now I'm changing this. Shenzhen expat face is Shenzhen city. So I need to show the Shenzhen to people, not me. I will a little bit separate this. I also open another channel right now about China travel tales. I will make the connection with the followers. One is Shenzhen and another is all city of China.
That's very exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing what's happening on what you do.
For me, it's also very exciting. As I said the first time to you, I just post a video and I got 10 key followers one night. After these things happen, I always sharing posts actually about my life in China last 14 years, but I never got that kind of followers. I never think that if I share this video, I'm gonna make followers. I never do something like that, by the way. Maybe people, why they like what I did.
And then your account naturally grown and then more followers.
Yeah, of course, everybody's one same things. Grow more followers, because I'm not just only thinking the make money way. I always thinking to make more people know about China, because it's very limited information for people. Because sometimes big influencer coming to China, staying in here, creating 5 different contents and living China. But you can only see limited things about from them. From my side, they can see daily life in Shenzhen. Every day I am sharing something on my platform. This is my goal. Share every day. Don't stop. Because once you stop, you will get lazy. So it's better to work every day. That's why I am office right now today.
Wow, 辛苦啦。
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Kayan.
You're welcome.